Birmingham 706, Dixon Inviting Talk 995, talk995.com. Today is the 17th of July of 2026. Man, we are barreling through this month at breakneck speed. That's okay. We got ourselves a very small chance of rain today, 93 for a high. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 94. 70% chance of rain, 60, 70. Coming up on Sunday, 95 for a high. Then that is about our best chance of rain in the foreseeable future, and that may change between now and then. I hope we don't get what Texas is getting right now because, good Lord,
That's awful.
they have been absolutely buried. We saw basically what looked like a river with a sign on either side of it that said "road closed." I was like, "Yeah, I bet it is. I bet that's closed. That
Yeah,
looks
no
like
one's
a
getting
boat
through
launch."
there, really.
I mean, wow.
How about this? Comfort, Texas, water rose 25 feet in 1 hour.
1 hour.
1 hour.
That's the kind of thing that'll take you by surprise.
Yeah, 2 dead in Texas, 230 water rescues. It is insane.
Yeah.
Because what's happened is the rain has come in and then it just sits.
Yeah.
It's just been sitting there.
Yep.
And then, you can't take it. That much water coming in that fast. No wonder 25 feet in an hour. You're like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Pretty crazy there.
Let's hope that doesn't happen to us anytime soon.
Agree.
Wish it away. Wish it away. Wish it into the cornfield, Anthony.
Somebody else, right? When we were talking about hurricanes yesterday,
Yes,
we're like,
exactly.
yeah, let it be somebody
Yeah, I was
else's
like,
problem.
Go hit those other people.
Don't come to Alabama.
Do it to Julia. By the way, you just heard, if you were sticking around during the late 6 o'clock hour, you heard Debbie Schlissel give an at-length review of the Odyssey. Our man Steve is either going to give an amicus brief or an opposing view coming up in the 9 o'clock hour during Steve's turn.
I'm very curious
Yes.
as to hear what he has to say about that
I would
film.
like to know as well. I mean, I'm interested in what everybody has to say. Before I go see a movie, I will frequently hear from. I'll read multiple reviews. I'll take a look at the Rotten Tomatoes score. Unless it's something that I really don't care, I want to see it no matter what. And that's been the case with the several movies. Like The Naked Gun didn't get a lot of good reviews from reviewers. The remake of The Naked Gun, I thought it was hilarious.
Did you?
I thought it was fantastic.
I
was
want
just
to.
like,
The other thing that really hasn't come out much about it, but I want to see it, is the Rocky film we talked about yesterday.
yeah, that's not coming till November.
Yeah, but
believe,
when that thing comes out,
Right.
I'm going to go see it. I really am curious.
I saw Esquire magazine wrote a piece that said this trailer is borderline hilarious, and all of the comments on the article were like, "What are you talking about? Everybody who's seen this loves it. They think this Napolitano guy is fantastic in the role. He looks like him. He talks like him. You know, this is an inspiring tale. I'm sorry. You're smug and you're too cool for the room, right? You know, I mean, look, because Sylvester Stallone tends to be conservative." People on the left are going to always throw slings and arrows at him. But the man has worked consistently in Hollywood for years and years and years. He had a very successful run with his The Expendables franchise. I saw 4 the other day. Wasn't great. Wasn't terrible.
Entertaining.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. I don't think I actually own the first 3 on video, and I don't think I've ever watched them. They're probably still in shrink wrap. But I'm like, if I ever want them. They're right there. I could catch those anytime I want. And Tulsa King, and I mean, the guy he's consistently worked in Hollywood and done a lot of entertaining stuff. But the left they can't stand a successful conservative. How dare he? So we're going to make fun of him, and we're going to pick on movies that the movies that just represent him. It's not even him. It's just a guy who looks and talks like him. We have to pick on that movie now. Sure you do. Alabama Tree Pros, 3084158. If you are in the market for a tree removal, these are the guys you want to call. If you're in the market to save a tree, these are the guys you want to call. If you're in the market to have a tree trimmed, this is who you want to call. 3084158, Alabama Tree Pros. They specialize in trees that are kind of in dangerous positions. I had a friend, had 2 trees, one on either side of his back steps, and they were very close to the house. And he said to me, "You used Alabama Tree Pros. Be honest with me. What did you think?" I said, "I wouldn't use anybody else ever again because these are the guys that did the job right for me. My tree was very close to my house. It was very large, and they did a great job of getting it down, getting it out of the way, chopping it up, and moving it on and so forth. And, their estimate was less than half of what some of the other people wanted to charge me." And he said, "Okay, sold." And he did it. And I asked him later, a few weeks later, I said, "Did you do it?" He goes, "Oh, yeah. And you were right, man. It's like the trees were never there. They did a great job, took it all the way down. It took about a day, for 2 trees, day and a half, I think. And he said, but it was just marvelous work. Can't complain about it at all. And that's regularly what I get from people when I recommend Alabama Tree Pros to them. 3084158 online, alabamatreepros.com.
And now, it's Dixon and Vining's top 3 things you need to know.
Well, it turns out that Bridge and Power Station Day was a lot sooner than we anticipated. It was supposed to be next week, but the old Trump head fake came our way. As he said, next week we're going to starts talking about what he's going to do next week, and if you don't straighten out, you don't sign the papers, you don't come back to the table, blah, blah, blah. And then yesterday just began slamming these things. Power is out over huge sections. They attacked the main train station in Iran, which is how they were getting a lot of their munitions from point A to point B. Well, they won't be able to do that any longer. They also took out, again, stuff around the Strait of Hormuz, anything that could be used to attack vessels that are going through the Strait of Hormuz. And, yeah, a lot of bridges that were being used to transport equipment and things from point A to point B. This is all logistic. It's very
precise what they're doing.
Yes, very, very precise, but also very Army planning, militarily. There's things that you do that you can, with a very few strikes, disrupt your enemy to a degree that is untenable, to where they are almost paralyzed by what you have done. And this is exactly what's going on. It's dual-use stuff, so they can make the claim, yes, all right, we're attacking civilian infrastructure, but we're also taking out stuff that's being used by the military. And I say, I'll give it another, I want to say, week and a half before Iran finally just goes, okay.
I don't even know, I'm not sure we're even going to hear that at some point. I think that they are just, it'll be the end of it, because they've already put out the word to, the Houthi movement. And they said, when we no longer are able to communicate, we want you to close the Red Sea oil route. Well, you know what? We'll take care of that, too, if we need to take care of that.
The Houthis are a ragtag bunch of rascals that we have taken care of in the past, and we will again. You remember in Yemen, they were the ones that were doing a lot of attacking. They were throwing a lot of drones and whatnot. And we went over there, and we just bombed the snot out of them and said, okay, would you like us to stop? We'll stop if you promise not to do the drone thing anymore. And they're like, we promise, we promise. And you haven't heard a word out of them since, because we really hammered them hard. We'll do it again, and that'll be the end of that conversation. I don't think these people really understand what kind of might the United States military has, but they're beginning to find out a little at a time here. And like you say, what are we doing? Carrier pigeon? How are we supposed to? How do they send over a note that says?
Yeah, we just took out a huge communication tower. And now you can't even communicate.
Right.
Forget about getting product to you. Yeah. Ships aren't coming in and out of the strait from Iran. I mean, nothing's coming in, nothing's coming out. Now we're blowing up ways to communicate. The bridges you can't get through, like you said. The train. I mean, it's about over. I mean, I don't know how long it'll take, but I wouldn't think very long.
What else you got over there that we can blow up? We're going to start calling them and going, is there something else we could hit? We're out of targets. Just give us a... The ABC board is delaying a vote on that liquor warehouse storage fee increase. This was, it was not a lot, 72 cents to $1 per case. They were talking about, the board passed that in October of 25. Bailment fee is paid by liquor producers to the ABC board when their products are held in an ABC warehouse. ABC board currently constructing a new, larger central warehouse. Man, $98 million.
ABC board they're really pulling in money from all different angles.
Yeah.
I mean, the alcohol producers, that they're storing their alcohol and they're charging them for that. They're overcharging for alcohol in the state of Alabama, because you can get it a lot cheaper in other states.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's once again, get out of the liquor business, Alabama. We don't need to be doing this.
When I was bouncing back and forth between Birmingham and Orlando with great regularity, I would go to Sam's Club and I would buy a case of whatever, beverage du jour you were looking for and bring it back, because it was so much less expensive. And I told the guy who owned a liquor store here, I said, these bottles are like $18 a pop in Florida. And he goes, I can't get them here wholesale for $18. I'm like, and that's why I buy it in Florida, because I know what's going on with you. Sad, but true. Well, you know what? They don't care. And they're not ever going to change that. That's not going to change anytime soon. Hate to say it out loud, but there it is. A Birmingham police officer was fired after his arrest for sexual assault. This is taken into custody Thursday. Alleged sexual assault that happened supposedly over the weekend. 26-year-old Darian Lapsley, charged with first-degree sexual assault. Lapsley joined the force in 2025, was arrested without incident by BPD's Violent Criminal Apprehension.
So, you would say if he was hired last year, hadn't been with the department a year, you're under probation for at least that first year as a law enforcement officer. Wow. We couldn't hold it together.
Well,
just for the first year. Alleged.
I want to see a deep investigation
right.
because, it's amazing how many women who get picked up, like, well, the officer did this and that and the other thing. And it's like, well, we're looking at the timeline here. Exactly when did that happen? Because he arrested you at such and so time. He put you in the back of the car at such and so time. You were back at the station by such and so time. Do you want to explain to me where this took place? And frequently you'll find that women will say almost anything to get out of the arrest situation, especially if you find that they're loaded down with crystal meth or whatever it is that they have. So let's do a complete investigation before we.
Yeah, and the other thing is too, Birmingham Police Chief Michael Pickett released a statement saying that, this serves as a clear reminder that no one is above the law. So I don't know if they have more information than really what we already have, and they've run an investigation. But we shall see. And again, we have to say that it is alleged.
I mean, it just happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
So supposedly. So I don't know how much of an investigation they could have mounted in that time, but I certainly do hope that Birmingham's finest is not engaging in such activity, and if they are, that they are in fact arrested and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. 7:18 with Dixon and Vining on Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. Your thoughts are always welcome. 545-9950. Not you, Ken, the liberal, but everyone else. 545-9950. He's been very active today.
And he's on fire this morning. I don't know what's gotten.
You have to understand, it's very difficult for some of these diehard liberals to accept the fact that Donald Trump beat their little girl Kamala. I mean, they can't stand the fact that, he defeated and beat and won every single swing state and is doing great things for the United States of America. They're horrified by this. They can't believe it. They're just like, he's not my president. I got news for you. Do you live in the United States? You're a citizen?
Right, that's what I'm saying. You're benefiting from it.
Yeah.
He's your president, and you're benefiting from it.
He is your president, like it or don't. From the original Toy Story, Randy Newman, of course, there. I ran across a great video of him. Actually, it was, I believe, his Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction in 2013, doing one of my all-time favorite Randy Newman songs, I Love L.A., which happened to come out the same year that I moved to California for my very first job. And it is the definitive L.A. song. We got a Chicago song. Mm-hmm. We got a New York song.
Sure.
And now we finally have an L.A. song. It took a while, but 1984, Randy Newman wrote the definitive L.A. song, I Love L.A. It was done by Randy Newman. Tom Petty was there. Jackson Browne and John Fogerty were all in that band at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It was a pretty good video. If you get the chance, I recommend you check it out. 723 Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5.
You know, home ownership, there's a lot that goes into it. It's not just, hey, we're moving in and plopping down on the sofa and we live here and this is it. There's a lot of maintenance and things that you have to do on a consistent basis. One of those is making sure that your gutters are clean so that when it rains really hard, and we've seen those days recently, that the water moves from the roof of your house to those gutters and the water moves away from your home and that foundation. It's so important that those work properly. If yours are not working properly, it could be that there is debris in those gutters. Maybe you need to replace them. Maybe you've got a gutter that's come off the side of the house. Oh, boy, what do you do now? You call Daniel at Noble Contractors. He's right here in the Birmingham area, and he has not only the seamless 6-inch gutters, but he's got the gutter covers that go over that so you don't have the leaves and debris going in there. But it's nice to know you have somebody right here in the Birmingham area who will take care of you. Tell Daniel that I sent you. You'll get a 10% discount on your gutters. He's got financing available, 0% for 21 months. He does repairs. Again, he can put up new gutters for you. If you've got maybe some rotten rafter tails, he can take care of those and then get that gutter back up on your house. But it is important that those gutters work properly. If yours are not, or you need some help, reach out to Daniel. Great guy. 205-422-3034 is his number. Give him a call today and let him come out and give you a free estimate. Hey, feel free to call some of those big national companies, too, when you need new gutters, because the estimate you get from Daniel, you will be very delighted that it is a lot less. Give him a call today and get that free estimate. 205-422-3034. It is Noble Contractors.
Donald Trump is going to be attending the World Cup finale coming up on Sunday at MetLife Stadium there in beautiful New Jersey. Beautiful, smoky New Jersey.
I hope they put him in a suite that they can close the windows.
I feel
have
confident.
Some air, and he'll be just fine in there.
I
golly,
think he'll probably be okay. I think all the people that are sitting in the stands are the ones who are going to be
and the players.
Roughing it. My
Good
gosh,
heavens.
Yeah, yikes, oof! Can't even imagine how difficult that's going to be. But do you think he can sit still for the 90-plus minutes? First off, they're going to expand the halftime by 5 minutes. They're going to have, get this, Justin Bieber, Madonna, and Shakira all in 11 minutes. Because, technically halftime's only supposed to be 15 minutes in a soccer match, but they're going to extend it to 20 minutes so they can get the stage and the people onto the field and then, take them back off again and be ready to play. Can't be easy. But, yeah, that's weird. A lot of soccer purists are complaining about that. They're complaining about the hydration breaks that are coming midway through the half, because we're now breaking it up into quarters, and there's a couple of minutes for what they call a hydration break, because it's been hotter here than most people are used to playing. And also, interestingly, the coaches get to kind of rally the team, which doesn't happen a lot in soccer. There's no stopping.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get to really get the team gathered around. You go, okay, here's what I've noticed. Here's what you can do. Here's the plan. So if you look back and you see some of these matches, not that anybody would go back and watch them again, but if you could go back and watch some of these matches, you'd see that a lot of times the goals are being scored shortly after the hydration break ends,
mm-hmm.
because the coach saw something, figured out here's what you're going to take advantage of, here's the weakness or whatever. So, but does Trump have the patience to sit through a game that could feasibly end up being 1-0 or 2-0 or 2-1? I don't know. I think I'm betting he leaves at halftime, frankly.
You think so?
Yeah, I just don't think he's got the he does not have the patience to sit through a soccer match. I'm fascinated by it.
I think he'll sit
myself.
through it. I mean, this is his baby. He feels he's kind of taken ownership of it, and this is the final game.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. It's up in New York, New Jersey, MetLife Stadium. Come on.
Will they have somebody like next to him explaining to him what's going on? Why don't they pick up the ball and run with it? I don't understand. I've seen this before. This is that guy touched it. Did you see him? He touched it. Yes, he's the goalie. He can do that. Oh, the goalie gets to touch. Okay. It's to me, it's fascinating. Either you really love soccer or you wonder how anyone could love soccer. I only love World Cup soccer because, as I've mentioned, there's so many strata to the damn game. There are so many teams and so many different levels, and there's relegation and there's advancement, and it's just I'm confused by the whole thing. I can't.
Well, that's because we are all in the American football mind,
right.
And it moves a little quicker. There's a lot more going on. To me, it's hard to stay with it. And I was watching when the U.S. was in it. I've lost a little bit of interest in it, but I'll probably watch a little of it over Sunday.
Nobody tell me nothing because I'm going to be at band practice.
Oh, you're going to miss it.
And I'm going to record it. And then after...
your phone is going to blow up. You're going to know the answer before you even get to it.
I'm not going to look at anything anybody texts me. I'm not looking at nothing.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I am going to sit down at 6 o'clock, and I'm going to watch the game as if it's in real time, commercials and all.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you are dealing with the perennial immovable object and the unstoppable force. Lionel Messi, probably the best guy who ever played the game. Not this generation, ever, okay? Ever. 39 years old, still out there making it happen. I looked a little bit of the passing and whatnot that he did, Argentina versus England, and this guy's just a phenom. He's unstoppable. On the other hand, Spain is, as they say, they park the bus, man. They have got the best defense in the league. They have allowed almost no one to score on them. They haven't lost a game since 2024.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good record.
That's a really good record. Yeah. I mean, in soccer especially, because you can lose a whole bunch of matches and still find yourself in the championship during regular play.
Mm-hmm.
But at the World Cup, this is it. So,
who's your prediction? Who do you think's going to win?
Golly. I know defense wins championships, but I'm not betting against Messi. I'm just not going to. This guy's going to find a way to get that ball in the goal. He's going to figure out a way to do it, man.
We shall see.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I certainly do hope so because he's a lot of fun to watch. To put it in the best possible parlance that you can understand, he is the Michael Jordan of soccer. 7:30. Dixon inviting Talk 99.5, talk995.com. By that, I mean he's going to eventually leave, go play some minor league baseball for a while, come back. Also, he's got a serious gambling problem. 7:35, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Happy Friday. Got a weekend staring us right in the face. Looks like we're not going to see any real rain until Sunday when there's a 60-70% chance, depending on where you is. Overall, sunny, highs in the low to mid-90s over the next couple of days. Let's make the most of it, people.
Yeah, might as well make the most of it. Speaking of the rain over the weekend, and that's, a chance on Sunday. If you are out and about, maybe flip on Talk 99.5 and check out the Knowles Group from 2 until 3, both Saturday and Sunday. Their show is fantastic, full of great information. It's all about financial planning, and if you don't have a financial plan together, we get that. Your life's busy, you're doing other things, but it is important to put this together and to let somebody knowledgeable like Danny Knowles and the Knowles Group help you through this process, kind of navigate it. What they'll do is, hey, have a little meeting, find out more about you and what your goals are, what you would like to do a little later on in life, what you're doing now, and then let Danny put this together for you. And what they'll do is think about all the things that go into a financial plan, whether it's Social Security, where your 401k or your pension is, and how they can grow that money into a nest egg that will be where you want to be when you get to retirement. So you can relax, take it easy, have the money, no worries. That's what it's all about. So get all the stress out of your life. One of those could be money, about later in life and what you're doing. Are you doing the right things? And let the Knowles Group help you out with that. And check out their show, like I said, this weekend, 2 to 3, both Saturday and Sunday. TheKnowlesGroup.com is the website if you'd like to reach out to these guys. Knowles. Here's the website again, TheKnowlesGroup.com.
Already, 7:37 our time. I'm going to name some products. You tell me the mascot.
Oh, boy.
For the product, okay? All right. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Tony the
Kellogg's
Tiger.
Tiger, yeah.
Great.
We mentioned that this week.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What about the power company, electricity?
That's a little bug, the electric...
Louis the Lightning Bug?
Yeah.
You got to play it safe around electricity.
Yeah, you do. Very careful.
I was thinking Ready Kilowatt, but that works as well. Yeah. Both of them are fine. What about McDonald's?
That'd be the
used to be Ronald McDonald.
Yeah. Who is it now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought they were getting rid of it. No, they got rid of the Burger King.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure.
McDonald's has a new mascot.
No, I'm pretty sure Ronald McDonald is still the mascot.
I think so.
No, I was confusing it with the King from Burger King.
He's the clown, still the clown. Well, there are some mascots to products that are maybe not as cool as others. I happen to have a list of the best and worst mascots of all time.
Mm-hmm.
D.B. Kelly wrote this in Tasting Table. I mean, can we all agree that the M&M Spokes candies are pretty good mascots?
Yeah, they're pretty.
So,
they're cute. They're fun.
Saw an interview with J.K. Simmons, who plays the yellow, and he has forever, like since before anybody knew who this guy was. He has been voicing the yellow M&M, and he said when he went in, he was like, I was really convinced that I should be the red M&M. And the casting director was like, no, you're really more of a yellow M&M. And he said, we ended up having a 20-minute conversation about whether or not, I should be the red. Like, we were talking about whether I should be Biff or Happy in Death of a Salesman. He's like,
based
the red
on a color?
M&M or the yellow M&M.
Wow.
Well, they had an idea for what they wanted each one to be.
Mm-hmm.
Lovitz played the red M&M for a long time, but I don't think it's him anymore. I saw an ad the other day. I was like, doesn't sound like John Lovitz. Did they recast him?
They may have. They couldn't afford him anymore, maybe.
I don't know. If anybody couldn't be afforded, it's J.K. Simmons. That guy's making some serious bank at some of these movies.
It is now being voiced by veteran voice actor Billy West.
Oh, Billy West, of course. Billy West was a big voice on Futurama. He did most of the voices on Futurama. Also did, it's strange that I know this stuff. I know Ren and Stimpy, right? He did Stimpy, and then he ended up taking over Ren when John Kricfalusi got kicked off his own show.
Hate it when that happens.
That's pretty bad.
Again,
Get kicked off your own show.
The worst, McDonald's Happy. France did this. They took a Happy Meal box.
Mm-hmm.
They gave it an almost real human mouth with real human teeth and a real human tongue, but then put big cartoon eyes on top of it and big kind of goofy arms and legs. And this thing eventually found its way to the United States, and everybody went, oh, my God, no.
I kind of like it. It's kind of funny.
I think it's creepy as hell.
I don't think it's creepy. I think it's funny.
Creepy as hell.
I don't know. From what I'm looking at over your shoulder, that looks pretty creepy.
I like it. It's making me laugh.
Oh, my.
If you see it.
It's like that box is coming to get me in the middle of the night.
Exactly. This is the thing nightmares are
It's
made
okay
of.
if he just brings me some fresh French fries. We'll be all good.
McDonald's was like, we're sticking by this. They brought it over here in 2023. We're sticking by this. You haven't seen him
This
since.
is the first time I've ever seen it.
Yeah, exactly. He disappeared pretty quickly.
Must have.
On the good side, Coca-Cola's polar bears.
Well, who doesn't love that?
I
Yeah, that's
love,
cute.
Come on.
yeah, the fact that the ads are largely silent, aside from a couple of grunts or whatever.
Yeah.
You're kind of doing all this through mime or miming or whatever, and it really does help sell Coca-Cola as a frosty cold beverage. Lemonhead.
Now you're talking creepy.
Oh boy.
This is super creepy.
Yeah.
I seem to vaguely remember
Yeah.
that now that I look at
I mean,
it.
just the smile is like, oh.
What it used to be was a cartoon, and it, kind of like Mickey Mouse. I mean, like when they put somebody in the outfit, it was, Mickey Mouse looked a lot like the cartoon you saw on TV. Imagine if they made him sort of resemble a real mouse as well.
No.
You'd be like, oh, that's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Well, that's what they did with Lemonhead. They took the cartoon and said, let's make him more real.
And
Let's not.
I don't know. This would scare a child.
They gave him human hair, human ears. It's still
yeah.
a lemon drop, like a giant
So his
wide.
head is
like
real wide.
Stewie from Family Guy.
And then the smile is as big as
Yeah.
from one ear to the other.
And a
It's
real nose.
weird.
He's like a serial killer.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
I don't-
just creepy.
Now I'm going to have nightmares over that.
Among the best, the Keebler Elves. They've been
Got-
at it forever.
Sure.
Gotta love that.
Living in a hollow tree.
Yep.
Endless supply of cookies. Pretty good there. Now, they say the worst is Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I know.
I
This is
disagree,
all
too.
woke.
Those are iconic.
Yeah.
See, we're looking at it through the lens of today and thinking, oh, we should be offended by this.
No.
I'm mystified as to why, by the way. Can black people not cook pancakes? Are we suggesting that black people are not good with rice, or what's the story here?
I don't know.
To me, I think there was a panic moment there where a lot of people freaked out and they're like, we got to get everything off of everything. Stop it. You ride it out. You'll be fine. Because let me tell you something. The Pearl Milling Company does not have the same ring as Aunt Jemima.
Right.
Yeah. And Ben's rice is just like, Ben who? What is that, Spider-Man's uncle?
You gotta have Uncle Ben.
Is that, yeah, I mean, come on.
That's a different
Yeah.
Uncle Ben.
That's a different Uncle Ben. No, I want Uncle Ben's rice, man. Little Caesar's Little Caesar is among the best, or so
Yeah.
they say.
That's a
I
pretty.
don't have a problem with that.
The
They say-
mascot's cute.
Domino's Noid was the worst.
Yeah,
Worst?
I remember that.
I remember it being annoying, but that was the whole point of the character.
No.
It was,
Noid.
yes. Avoid the Noid. There was a guy whose last name was Noid who took some hostages once. He was so put off by these commercials he lost his mind, and he actually was holding an office building hostage at one point, and the police had to show up.
I
And
think
I
you
think
need to
he-
get a
SWAT
life.
team.
I
That's
think
what
he
you
kind
need
of
to
missed
get.
the point there. Shouldn't he have been taking hostages at a Domino's?
that's what exactly. Now here's one I disagree with: Cheetos, Chester Cheetah.
You don't like
best or
Chester
worst?
Cheetah's best.
Chester's a jerk.
No,
He is.
Chester's cool.
He's an ass.
No.
Not easy being cheesy. Shut up. It is too. Why
He's a-
are you
he's a
behaving
cheetah.
this way? Yeah, he's a big cheetah.
He's faster than you are.
Well,
So he
yeah.
gets to be that.
I mean, we could have a race, but how do I know he's not cheating because he's a big cheetah?
See where you went with that.
Mm.
I love me.
Mm.
Pepperami's Animal.
I don't even know what this is.
This is a British meat stick, basically.
Do you know what it looks like?
What?
Do you remember Puffin Stuff, the flute?
Yes.
That's what this looks
Oh,
like.
that's creepy as all get out.
Talking
Jimmy.
flute.
Jimmy and the flute.
hmm
Yeah, that was creepy. Whoa. Hey, John, puffin stuff. Best, Mr. Peanut.
Yeah, classic
Sure.
again.
Tough to argue with that.
hmm
Love the monocle, love the hat, the top hat, the whole look, the cane. It all works
Sharp.
together.
Yeah, he's sharp.
Worst, Honeycombs, the Craver.
Don't know what this is.
Oh, I do.
Oh,
I remember this
I don't remember this.
because I had a daughter that watched Saturday morning cartoons, and the Craver popped up. Honeycomb.
What is that thing?
It's kind of a wolf with human legs and human arms,
But they're short. They're a
but
little
they're short.
Then he's
They're
all
sticking
furry.
out of his head.
Uh-huh.
So, basically, it's what you're supposed to turn into when you crave honeycomb.
Oh no,
Supposed to turn
I
into
don't
that?
think I want to turn into
Yeah.
that.
I remember watching that, seeing that commercial the first time. I'm like, what the hell happened to the honeycomb hideout?
Mm-hmm.
I liked the honeycomb hideout. That was a good place to go.
Yes, great.
People wanted to hang out there.
Uh-huh.
Honeycomb's big. Yeah. Best Kool-Aid Man. Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
everybody
Oh,
loves the
yeah.
Kool-Aid
Oh,
Man.
yeah. Worst, Quiznos Sponge Monkey.
Yes, I agree. I remember this, and those are creepy.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember the Sponge Monkeys?
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
They were like, I mean, when you see them, it's like something out of a horror film.
Yeah, it was designed, I think, to be
Creepy
memorable. Real, like human teeth. Once again, very bad human teeth. Somebody who needs
some
braces
dental work.
or some serious dental work. And then furry and kind of rat-like ears and human eyes. And oh, my God. How can you find this creepy and yet you think the Happy Meal box is fine?
Because he's smiling and his teeth are fine. These are all gnarly.
The whole thing is creepy.
Yeah, he looked cute.
Whole thing is creepy. Best Pillsbury Doughboy, Poppin'
What the
Fresh.
heck are those things?
Uh-huh.
I just looked it up. That's whoa.
Sponge
What,
Monkeys. Yeah.
Pretty weird.
We
Pretty
don't know.
creepy. I don't know
Do we
what
have
they
a
were
really
thinking.
low budget on the commercial?
They used
Yeah.
to sing little songs, and, this is one of the reasons Quiznos is almost out of business.
That was a bad choice, yeah. I agree.
Among the best, Pillsbury Doughboy.
Mm-hmm.
Worst, Burger King's King.
Yeah, another
going-
creepy.
going
Now we know why he got rid of him.
Right. So the face is plastic and not real, and then the hands are real. You're like, what's going on here?
I kind of like the creepy.
I
I don't know. I had an
didn't care for
affinity for
that.
him. I was kind of like, yeah, okay, you're getting my attention. This is interesting. This is kind of cool. And then at
is
some
he
point,
slobbering in this picture?
he does look like he's drooling, doesn't he? What the
Yeah.
hell is that all about? But at one point, they actually began referring to him in their own commercials as the creepy king, and I was like, oh, that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
you guys have
Excellent.
given up.
I
They
love
know how to
it.
pay.
You gave up.
Yeah.
Have a little fun with themselves.
I mean, come on. Let's. Everybody else was calling him the creepy king. Just call him the creepy,
Creepy
king
king.
and just keep him around. Just be like, here comes the creepy king. Very funny stuff.
Yep.
746 Dixon and Vining. If you can think of any other particularly bad or particularly good product mascots, would love to hear about them. 545-9950. 545-9950. You can text. You can call, whatever strikes your fancy. You're all right. You're out of sight. Rare Earth. Nice. Also do a great version of I'm Losing You if you haven't heard it. 751 Talk 99.5, Talk99.5.com. Dixon Vining Parrott Structural Services ready to come out and take your foundation to the next level if it needs to be brought back up again. If not, they will tell you. A lot of guys are going to try to find something wrong with that foundation. They're going to play fast and loose because, foundation work can sometimes bleed into the tens of thousands of dollars if you're not careful. And so they're going to try to make something up, anything, to try to get some money out of you. That is not how Parrott Structural does business. Never has been, never will be. They want to make sure that if you do actually have a foundation problem, you call them because they want to take good care of you, and they do. They've got so much experience and so much integrity. You can count on Parrott Structural every step of the way. ParrottSS.com, 668-2626. Only guys I trust with my foundation. Parrott Structural Services, ParrottSS.com, 668-2626. Licensed, bonded, insured, and E-Verify compliant. I got a question here from, let's see. Gosh, so many people. They're just coming through. Look at this, man. Folks are just absolutely piling on. Cheryl wants to know about the trees. Valerie, what happened with the trees? What's the story with the trees?
Yeah, we do have an update on the trees.
All right.
So yesterday we were talking that Alabama Power's in my area cutting down trees, cutting back trees from the lines. That's their job. They got to do that. So they hire a contractor to come out, a tree company to come out and do it. And they were talking about cutting down these crepe myrtles that I've got that are right now in full bloom and are gorgeous. So we go and do our chicken run yesterday, our wing run yesterday.
Yeah.
And I'm headed home, and here are the trucks one block over. And I know next will be my street. And I roll down the window, and there's a guy sitting in one of the trucks, one of the tree trucks. Mm-hmm. And his name is Luke. And I said, Luke, gave him my address, and I told him where I lived, and I said, I've got some crepe. He goes, you're the crepe myrtle lady. And I said, I am the crepe myrtle lady. He goes, we've decided that those crepe myrtles are so beautiful and so established, and they're just barely on the lines that we're going to leave them alone.
Nice.
And I said, yes. I said, Luke, you have made my day.
Luke was like, I don't want to be on the radio tomorrow. I'd rather not be cussed out on the radio tomorrow.
Yeah, so I head home, and I'm just as happy as I can be. Later that afternoon, I got a call from a guy that's the arborist working for Alabama Power with these tree companies, and he gave me his number. He said, look, if there's anything else going on. But I did agree to, in February or March, when they're dormant and you need to cut them back, I said, I will cut them back to a level where they're not going to be in the lines. And I said, he goes, yeah, right now is not the time. And again, it's not that big of an issue, and they really are beautiful, so we'll leave them alone. And
mine
I said,
are,
yes.
Mine are a lot bigger. And they're a lot more in the lines. So you were very lucky.
Yeah, I am lucky because they could have said, no, look, they're touching the lines. They're kind of in the, but they're not large limbs like I said yesterday, oak tree. If something comes down, those aren't pulling down the lines.
No, you're very barely grazing it.
So thank you, well Alabama Power. Thank you to the tree crew. You guys were great, and we'll get them down to size for next year.
Bravo.
Yeah.
All right. Jerry drops a line and says, I'm surprised that Madonna Lama Ding Dong hasn't refused to participate if Trump is going to be there.
Wow. Well, they may change their mind.
Who
knows?
It's not like he's going to be a big part of it. He's going to be in the stands, or he's going to be in the box or whatever. He's going to be watching. I mean, you can't be like, if he's watching on TV, I'm not going to do it. No, you can't do that. Come on. Patrick says, you better add some time to that DVR on the soccer game because I don't know. I know it's supposed to be kind of bad tomorrow weather-wise because you never know when the lightning is going to pop up. It's Sunday, but yeah, I know what you're saying. I found that out when I did the 4th of July thing, and I got Trump's big, long speech and no fireworks. I was like, oh, come on. I was doing this specifically for the fireworks, and I got no fireworks.
Well, and here's the other thing. We're saying that there's rain chances, and they're pretty big for Sunday. We've also seen that in weekends past, and then that dissipates.
Yeah.
So
I bet they'd like some rain up there to tamp down the smoke.
Yeah, they really could
use it. They could get that to happen. That would be great. Tom says, whatever happened to the Hamburglar as food mascots go? He is serving 7 to 10 at Rikers.
I loved the Hamburglar.
He finally caught him, which was good. It was nice.
He was great.
They locked him up, and they threw away the key. Turns out he was also an illegal immigrant, so when he Gets out of there, right back to Hamburgerland. Richard the cop, before Chick-fil-A had the cows, they had Doodles the chicken.
Yeah, Doodles was not very pretty.
I'm a little confused about having a mascot of the thing that you're eating.
Right.
That's a little
well,
like,
that's
maybe
what? Chick-fil-A figured that out, and that's why they went with a cow.
With the cows.
And look at how successful the cow is.
In other words, you don't want hens representing Eggland's best.
Yeah, well, I don't mind that because we're eating their unborn children. That's completely different.
Oh, that's so sad.
What? Sam says, what about the California raisins? What about them?
I love them. Where'd they go? Bring those back.
I think the Temptations stopped voicing them, and they were like, okay, never mind.
Darn.
That's a shame because they were good.
Mm-hmm. Get a different band.
Do we really need to
BTS or somebody to do it?
Oh, really?
The Oreo should do that.
They'd be the California.
Forget that. You don't need. Forget the raisins.
They'd be the California Asians at that point. It's not the same thing.
They need to be in little Oreo outfits.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd get Oreo Speedwagon for that.
Maybe.
Leanne says, here, lizard. I guess we're talking about the Geico Gecko.
No, right? Here, lizard.
Okay. You're talking Yokio Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Taco Bell Chihuahua had it going on. I was not crazy about the Chihuahua. I don't like Chihuahuas in general, though, because there was one growing up on my block.
Kind of mean.
Yeah, it was a neighbor of ours, didn't have a fenced-in yard, but had and didn't even have like a concrete driveway or a garage or anything. Basically, it was just sand. And they used to put a stake in the ground, and they would tie the Chihuahua up to this stake in the backyard.
Poor dog.
Out by the alley. What? And that dog was the meanest damn dog.
Maybe
it took a bite out of my ankle.
Yeah, he was tied to a stake.
Yeah, but also he was a Chihuahua, and Chihuahuas in general are kind of iffy, you know?
Well, I'd have an attitude if you tied me to a stake, too.
What the heck? It's a little tiny dog. Bring him inside.
Chihuahuas are basically, they're Dobermans that got shrunk down into that little body. They're trying to get out. The only part that makes it is the eyes. You know, that's the thing. Those big bug eyes, they're always after you. Let's see, what else do we have? Scrubbing bottles. For some reason, they used to scare the crap out of me, says Sean.
The scrubbing bubbles did?
I was terrified those scrubbing bubbles were going to attack me when I took a bath as a toddler and scrub me to death. Took me a few years to even realize they were scrubbing what the scrubbing part was. I thought they had stubbly tentacles that would sting.
Oh, my goodness. What a horrible childhood memory.
Very funny. Anyone mention the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man? That was in the movies. That was not a real thing. February pruning of crepe myrtles is often called crepe murder. Personally, I commit crepe murder on several of mine.
Again, I didn't want to do that, but it looks like I'm not going to really have a choice in this.
Yeah,
I probably need to get Alabama Tree Pros or somebody that really knows what they're doing to cut these the right, so they'll bloom and be beautiful again. And I know they're hardy. You can do all kinds of things to them, and they'll come back.
Mm-hmm.
I told you the neighbor on the street over about 3 or 4 weeks ago chopped the crepe myrtles all the way down. They're already blooming, re-blooming again. I'm like, hardy. There's new growth on it already.
They are hardy.
I'm like, darn.
Only thing I can think of that is hardier than that is the mimosa. You ever have a mimosa? Mimosa's a garbage tree that comes from out of nowhere. I had one in my backyard.
I was thinking of the drink.
No,
I went down a different road.
Yes, no. A mimosa is a weed tree, basically. Grows very, very fast, incredibly fast. I have a couple in my backyard. I've just let them go. But I had one in my backyard in Highland Park I was trying to get rid of. I chopped it up. I took out the roots. I poured gasoline on it. I set fire to it.
Oh, my gosh.
It came back stronger. I was just like, this thing is unkillable. When do you guys think you're going to get your equipment fixed so that we can hear you up here in Jacksonville? There's no sense answering this on the air. We can't hear you, and you probably won't respond to the text. So this may have been for nothing.
We won't respond to the text.
But we miss you up here.
Yes, we will.
Well, I'm not going to respond on the air now. You just told me not to.
Well,
okay.
Richard's not going to respond via text, so that's up to you now.
Budweiser Frogs.
Download the app. Can I say that louder? Download the app.
Yeah, scream it.
Snap, Crackle, and Pop for Rice Krispies. Also, the forgotten crispy brother Roy. He became a lawyer. People don't know that. It's kind of a big deal. Budweiser Clydesdales.
Yeah,
Very
the
good.
best.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably number one on the list.
Budweiser Frogs. The Cavity Creeps. Stick around. More to come.